After Deloitte, their official auditor, exited the group by exiting Adani Ports and SEZ, things were looking very grim. They were down to the same kind of lows that they witnessed when the Hindenburg research report first came out. And look at the turnaround that's happened.
So I think what's happening really, Krishna, is that GQG is trying to pick up the right valuation, right being quote unquote, with Adani, and not just Adani Ports. Last week, we also saw Adani Power, GQG upping its stake and buying almost 7.7% of the 8.1% that the promoter family had shed. So GQG is looking at getting the right valuation right now, maybe in a run up to the end of the month, SEBI hearing at Supreme Court, where the final disclosure of whatever SEBI has been able to investigate in the Adani Hindenburg saga comes to some sort of a fruition. So it looks like GQG is going long on Adani right now, despite Adani being in the eye of the short selling storm. But GQG seems to be going a little long on Adani right now, picking up whatever best value they are able to arrive at right now, and hoping that things turn positive and these bets pay off at the end of the month. But will that really happen? We really don't know, because the hearing was initially scheduled for the 14th of August. Another 2 week of hiatus there, hoping that by the 29th of August we should have some sort of a closure on the Adani Hindenburg issue.
And even the stocks, they are trading at considerable discount to 24th January's closing price. Now, if we talk about the Hindenburg report, there were two major concerns raised by Hindenburg. First, that the company is over leveraged. Second, that the company is involved in malpractices, stock market manipulation. Now, as far as market manipulation concerns go, we'll hear about it from SEBI's report in a week's time or so. But as far as the concerns about leverage of the company being over leveraged, Adani Group in the past 6 months have worked to strike a balance between growth, deleveraging its books, and also maintaining a capex. Now, the company has prepaid some of its loans, refinanced a lot of its loans, raised so much like thousands of crores from marquee investors like GQG. So it seems like investors are taking some respite that at least leverage concerns right now have is not a big concern for the market, because the company stands well capitalized.
I think the third issue was about MPC, the 25% minimum public shareholding, and I think SEBI is going to try to figure out that whatever public holding was there, how much of that was actually linked to the promoter family or friends and associates of the promoters. And that is where, if you remember, it had hit what was referred to as the opaque structures. So it was difficult for SEBI to go beyond those opaque structures to try and discover who's the last beneficiary of those stocks in Adani Group.
Right. I'm guessing, if before discussing Jio Financial Services and what happens to the Reliance stock, on the day of its listing, the only the market's, big, focus in the market this morning was, of course, Titan, because of the massive CaratLane acquisition. They've upped their stake to the point where now they've acquired all of CaratLane. Titan is the new owners of CaratLane. But Suyash, we both don't need to tell the audience the importance of a stock like Titan, the much storied stock of Titan. How do you rate what happened with the Titan stock in today's trading session?
So, basically what happened today was Titan acquired an additional 27% stake in CaratLane. Now, Titan currently has a shareholding of about 71. Before the acquisition of the share price agreement, it had a holding of about 71%. After the deal, its stake in the company will increase to about 98.28%. Now, brokerages have come out with its opinion on how to look at the deal, and most brokerages have reiterated their bullish stance on the stock. Now, Maheshwari has an outperform rating on the stock with a target price of about 3,400 rupees. Now, the brokerage firm says that valuations are attractive. HSBC also has a buy rating on the stock with a target price of 3,580. JP Morgan is overweight on the stock with a target price of 3,260 rupees per share. Another one is CLSA, which assigned an outperform rating as well with a target price of 3,270, saying that that Titan is now focusing on building CaratLane as an integral component of its jewelry business, which will bode well for the company and for CaratLane as well.
All right, quite the acquisition, the biggest of its kind in recent times. At this stage, how would you rate what's happening with the Adani stocks with all the millions and billions being pumped in by GQG?
Yeah, Adani Group stock has taken quite a beating from the January highs, and a lot of them are trading at a good valuation at this point of time. I would say the numbers have been good in some companies like Adani Power and all. They have announced capex around 2,000 crore in transmission, GQC, and taken stake on some of the companies. And some bottom fishing is going on. We are bullish on some of the companies like Adani Ports, Adani Enterprise, Adani Wilmar, even Ambuja Cement. These can be taken by investors who have a good risk appetite and can hold for a medium to long term horizon.